Hi folks, it's Sarah here from The Champion Lifestyle, and I just thought I'd do another quick video because there's a couple of things that have cropped up in the last couple of days that I wanted to talk to you, and it's all about how you stay on track when basically life. You see, this weekend I've had a couple of clients who haven't checked in because there seems to be a very sudden and very localised outbreak of flu in Melbourne. It could be that there's a public holiday today, who knows, whatever's going on, but anyway, a couple of clients haven't checked in. And then I did actually have another email from a client who said, look, I'm really struggling to stick to any sort of plan. What do you do when life? Now for me, I actually find it easier to stick to a plan when things are getting tough. And where this came from is when I was going through depression, I really couldn't deal with anything. I couldn't deal with decision making. You know, my head was just so full, I was completely overwhelmed with everything, that I had to make everything as simple as possible in order just to be able to function. I mean, there were literally days when I couldn't get out of bed because it was just too hard. I'd stay in bed for hours and hours and hours. You know, I wouldn't even get out to go to the bathroom until the very last minute because it was just too hard. You know, so some days I just didn't eat because it was too hard. I could not make a decision, okay? And the way that I got around this was I actually made things super simple and created a plan. You see, because once you've got a plan in place, you can just follow it and you don't have to think. Like every day I get home from work exhausted. You know, I'm training every day, I'm working a full-time job, I'm coaching people, I'm doing webinars, making up meal plans. Every single day I get home and I am exhausted. Now, if I didn't have all of my meals already made for the week, you know, I wouldn't be able to stick to my plan. But because it's already there, I don't have to think. It actually makes it easier. I can literally just be on complete autopilot, go to the fridge, get the stuff I need, put it in the pan, heat it up and eat it, and I don't have to think. A couple of weeks ago, I was just so exhausted when I got home from work. I literally just flopped on the couch and passed out for 20 minutes, sound asleep. And then when I woke up, it's like, well, what am I going to eat? And I went, can't be bothered to cook. So I thought, right, I'll get a pizza. You know, I was in a completely emotional space, okay? I just wasn't thinking rationally. I was in a very emotional space. It was definitely an emotional reaction. I thought, right, I'll get a pizza. So I got the pizza menu, and I promptly went into complete overwhelm. Yeah, I literally did not have the brain capacity to make a decision about a goddamn pizza. I couldn't think, it was just too hard, okay? So I ended up going to the fridge, taking out a couple of pops, putting the stuff into the pan, heating it up, and 10 minutes later I'd eaten because it was the easiest option. I just did not have the capacity to think. And this became completely ingrained in me, like I say, when I went through depression, because everything was so hard for me. I had to make things super simple. I literally ate the same thing every single day. When I did hire my trainer and things started to turn around, that 1 hour a week I had with my trainer that allowed me to clear my head and start thinking in a bit more of a sensible fashion, allowed me to start making better decisions. You see, it just happened that there was a supermarket next to the gym, so I made it a routine to finish my training and go and get shopping for healthy food. So when your life is all upside down, having a plan in place and having a routine actually becomes even more critical than when life's going great, because it means it takes the stress away, it takes the thinking away. When you've got decision fatigue, when you're in overwhelm, when you're exhausted, you're tired, fed up, everything. If you've got your plan in place, if you've done your food prep and the food is in the fridge, then it makes it very easy to actually go and get it, heat it up and eat, and know that you're always on track. So my advice to you is when life, just because life, you actually need to focus more on your plan than when life's going well, because that will actually help you get through the tough time, because it actually doesn't add any additional load or any additional thinking to what you're already doing. Okay, so this is how I deal with your plan when live, because it's actually a lot easier. So give that a go, and really, really focus on sticking to your plan and making your food prep and healthy food such a routine that there's no thinking involved, and it becomes super easy, so that when life does get life, you're prepared.